that she's going to be.
Sonny, you made us all so proud last week.
You looked.
We all saw.
Did you clap?
Of course.
Yes, we did.
The worst part is going up the stairs there because I like to hold on to a railing.
Exactly.
And then coming down,
Me too.
grab my arm to
It's
make
embarrassing holding onto a railing.
No, I don't think so. It's embarrassing if you fall.
It's worse if you fall.
I agree, Sonny.
Hold the railing.
Absolutely.
Hold the
Never met a handrail in my life.
Oh, Ravel, that's a good one. You can see the whole face now with your nice red hair. Wow. Hot mama.
I love that.
If you stay on, my daughter's going to be singing at the synagogue.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Wow.
She'll be part of the service in other
She looks
words.
like Reba.
I look like Rita.
You don't know
Reba McEntire.
They literally just.
Well.
You don't know Reba McEntire?
Yes.
Country legend.
Whatever. Oh, we have a
There's
tech.
a lot of memes about her.
Who's our tech tonight?
Oh, that's funny.
It just
Rachel, not Patrick.
Oh, goody.
Hi, Elaine. We can't see you though.
You will in a moment.
Okay.
The sound was too loud.
Ah.
Oh, you
How
have
are
to
you?
turn it down.
How are you?
I'm tired. That's why I'm at home instead of with you with the others at the
That's
temple.
okay. Good to
So I thought
relax.
I'd stay in.
Yeah.
I could ask everybody who's listening.
Yeah, hurry.
My older daughter's in the hospital with a serious breathing problem. So I could use all the Misha
Absolutely.
you've got.
What's her first name?
Her name is Nancy.
Nancy.
Nancy Lynn Roth. You know her, Rika.
Nancy went to school with me at Lane Tech.
Right.
Yeah.
Does Nancy have a
I'm so
Hebrew
sorry to
name?
hear that, Elaine.
Yeah, it just happened today. So
Say it again. Her
but
Hebrew.
it's a very serious autoimmune
Oh boy, I'm so
thing.
sorry.
They don't even know what it is. They don't know, they know very little. So
Well, we'll all
unfortunately,
pray
they
tonight.
caught it quickly.
Yeah, we'll all
and
pray for her.
We will.
Thank you.
Page
We'll all think
371.
positively.
As much as possible.
Absolutely.
That's we're getting there.
We're going to get the mute.
Rachel, Shabbat Shalom to you.
Sam Walsh.
Shabbat Shalom, Rachel.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Had a good week.
Lori's here too.
Here I am.
Oh, we're not muted.
Clergy still something.
Shabbat Shalom. Page 647. 647 at the bottom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. It is wonderful to be here this evening because this is not only Shabbat, this is a Shabbat in which we can all say, it's our turn. Thank you, and thank you, Sydney. So It's Our Turn is this wonderful, wonderful group at Temple Sholom of never nesters and empty nesters who are saying, you know, we did a lot to get this far in life, so now it's our turn. And I love this also because it's the way in which our world turns, that we now are at a Shabbat called Shabbat HaChodesh, which is this Shabbat before we get to the month of Nisan. The month of Nisan is the month in which we celebrate Passover, where we welcome spring coming fully, where we say it's our turn to renew ourselves and to see life in some ways anew. So what a wonderful Shabbat, right? So please wish each other Shabbat Shalom. Meet the people around you. And for those of you who might not know, we are so blessed at Temple Sholom that we not only have an incredible group called It's Our Turn, we not only have an incredible family that's welcoming in this extraordinary person, Ellie, with her Hebrew name this evening, which then brings us some great friends from near and far. So we have Cantor Katzman with us this evening from near, our Cantor, whom we love so much. And we also have Rabbi Tackman, who is back on this Shabbat to celebrate with the Lakin Star family. And we also have Rabbi Aaron Starr, who's here, who also brought the cold weather, so thanks a lot. And also Cantor Liz Berkey, who's here this evening. We're all here to celebrate this wonderful life that is now. Ellie, we're so excited to be welcoming you in on an evening where it's our turn, it's your turn too. And we're able to thank with great blessings and great blessings of gratitude our incredible executive director, Jeremy Perlin, whose family, the Constellation, whose last name might not be Star, but they are a constellation of stars here at Temple Sholom, and they're going to go and continue to shine their light in Atlanta. And so this evening is going to be full of blessings of gratitude for that. And we also have the Walsh family this evening, who is celebrating because tomorrow Sam is going to be called to Torah as a bar mitzvah. So much, so beautiful on this Chodesh, this Shabbat HaChodesh. And so some of you might not know that we have a poet in residence. Did anybody realize that we have whom I call our poet laureate, Helene Cohn, who has written a beautiful poem for this evening for spring. So right now she is in California, yet she sent us this blessing from afar. She writes, "For 8 weeks I've watched her nest, lay, hatch, and nurture the next generation. The mystery and miracle from shell to flight at my window, the ceaseless seasons of starry rotations and seeds of potential begins to take note. It may not be a burning bush or a ram in the thicket or angels on ladders. Or is it? Hit pause. Life is luminous. That's what we do on Shabbat. We hit pause. We see what is beautiful in this world. We see what's beautiful in our community. And we feel each other's light. And so on this Shabbat, we are so grateful to welcome to our Bima now the Walsh family. So if Lisa and Sean, Olivia and Jack, and Sam Walsh, if you would take your place on this Bima to share with us the luminousness of this Shabbat by lighting these candles of Shabbat, reminding us, Zachor Shabbat, remember Shabbat, and Shamor Shabbat, protect Shabbat, because as we recognize it, remember it, and protect it, we realize all the ways it protects us and our ability to appreciate pausing for this time on Shabbat and seeing the miracles around us. Page 120.
I have a job for you though, okay? Watch me. I want you to take your hands, go like this. Bring that light towards you, okay? And now can you cover your eyes? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And we welcome in the sweetness of Shabbat, if that wasn't sweet enough, with our kiddush, with our blessing over the juice, which blesses this occasion. Page 123, in body, in spirit, please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzach b'anu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'ratzon hinhilanu Zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom tehila lemikael kodesh zeher l'tziat mitzrayim kivanu v'charta v'otanu kidashta v'kol ha'amim. Shabbat Kodshecha B'achava Umratzon Hinchaltanu Baruch Atah Adonai Mkadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim, breathe.
You're
It's probably important.
hey.
Oh my gosh,
Congratulations.
Sam.
Thank you.
You're a
You have
base.
shown us all
You're
how
a
it's
base.
done.
Thank you.
So please be seated unless your name is Brittany Lakin Starr or David Starr or Eliana Starr or even Rabbi Aaron Starr or even Rabbi Taryn Tackman. And certainly you have to rise and come to the Bima if your name is Cantor Aviva Katzman. And so I'll just say, as they are making their way to the Bima, that the way in which our poet laureate, Helene Cohn, titled that poem that we heard at the beginning of the service, My Hummingbirds Aviv. So while maybe because of these people who are from Michigan, it feels so cold outside, even though it's supposed to be the time for warmer weather, they did bring Aviv, the spring, and they did bring Aviva, our incredible cantor. So we are so grateful now to be with you as your beautiful daughter Eliana is named with her Hebrew name. And Rabbi Gelman and Cantor Ben David, if we could be over here as well.
Ellie, you look so good. That mikvah water was good for you. Wow. So Eliana Zahara. Eliana means God answered me. After 9 years of longing and loss and many infertility treatments, God came to us in a special way with the help of a team of extraordinary women. Doda Grace, my friend, donated an egg, and Titi Ashley, an amazing surrogate, carried her. This special team of women joined us to bring Ellie into this world. She really is a miracle. And now she is surrounded by love from all the people who helped bring her here. Additionally, when we think of the name Eliana, we think of Brittany's grandma Etta and her grandma Anne. Etta was a loving, moral, funny woman and who read romance novels until she was 100 years old. Anne was generous, compassionate, personable, and a performer in the Coast Guard. Zahara means brightness, and we want to honor Dave's grandpa, Zev Wolf, who was a Holocaust survivor. He was resilient, hardworking, and he loved his family. Eliana and her great-grandpa were born 100 years apart, and he got to meet her, this little ray of light. Eliana's brightness definitely radiates to all who meet her. God, our Creator, joyous parents have come into your presence to voice the joy and the delight of their hearts. Give them the wisdom to teach their child to be faithful to the heritage of the household of Israel, that she may grow up with the knowledge that you, God, are always near to her. Keep her eyes open and open the eyes of her spirit, that she may ever be conscious of the beauty and wonder of your world, and let her learn to love the goodness that is in each human being, that she may always nourish the goodness that has been implanted within her. Though none can escape sorrow and pain, we humbly ask for her the courage to face adversity. I'm hurrying, the faith to transcend it, and the strength to subdue it. Good gymnastics. This is a wonderful performance. Grant her health of mind and strength of body, that she may enjoy fullness of years and live to do your will in faithfulness. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. I could see her listening so carefully. Next time I do a duet, it might be with you. All right, well, let me give you this certificate. So you are official. You are an official part of our people, and don't try to deny it.
And it won't be done yet until we invite the congregation to rise.
Yes.
And to put up our hands in
Yes.
blessing.
Adonai ve'ishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Can you hear us sound? Amen.
Amen.
Mazel tov!
Siman tovu, mazel tovu, mazel tovu, siman tovu, siman tovu, mazel tovu, mazel tovu, siman tovu, siman tovu, mazel tovu, mazel tovu, siman tovu, yehi lanu, yehi lanu, ulchol Yisrael, yehi lanu, ulchol Yisrael. You're a big part of this. Thank you for your help.
Please be seated. Not Cantor Katzman. I believe we're going to work you tonight. Is that okay? I thought it was part of the, once it's on the cue sheet, I felt like it was part of the plan. It's official.
I'm retiring and giving it all back to you. Get over here.
Pages 138 and 139, Lecha Dodi,
We're just singing
verses
together.
1,
All right.
2, 5, and 9.
Lecha Dodi, likrat hada, b'nei Shabbat, nikavela. Lecha Dodi, likrat hada, b'nei Shabbat, nikavela. Shalom ezachor b'dibor echad, ishmi'anu el hamichad, Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, l'shem oti
סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי 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 שדברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה. אדוני לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה.
Please rise and face the entrances of our homes and in the sanctuary.
בואי לשלום עטף בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלת. טוב אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבלה.
Please be seated if you're standing as we turn to page 145 as Brittany joins us again here on the Bima as we take note of the world around us with a beautiful poem set to music by Leah Goldberg.
Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer on the mystery of a withered leaf, unripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days, lest my days be as the one before, lest routine set my ways. Lamdeni Elohai Barech Vahit Halel. Lamed Etzif Totai Bracha V'shir Halel. Lamdeni Elohai Barech Vahit Halel. Lamed Etzif Totai Bracha V'shir Halel.
Thank you so much. We'll invite now Andy Jacobson to the Bima to share a special reading honoring It's Our Turn.
Age is Just a Number by Louise Nelson. Age is just a number, it's not a true sign. that one who is a senior is not in their right mind. Age is just a number. It does not matter all that much. As long as you're a child of God, you will feel his merciful touch. I've always believed that the older ones get, the more one is filled with spirit, and I have always believed that like a fine expensive wine, as one gets older, you only get better with time. Age is just a number. Getting old shouldn't make you feel sad. As far as I'm concerned, getting old ain't so bad. You might now need a walker or a cane, as arthritis and bursitis are your new middle name. You now have a fabulous head of hair that's silver or gray, but that's just maturity and wisdom on full display. People might start calling you Pops or Ma'am, or referring to you as an old vet. But just because there's a snow on the rooftop does not mean the fire in the furnace is out yet. So bask in the wisdom that comes with age and savor the prime of your life, as age is only a number when we celebrate being alive. To simply enjoy the respect and honor of attaining a ripe old age as the baby boomers are becoming seniors. Getting old is now all the rage.
Thank you so much, Andy. How perfect. We turn now to page 146 for the Baruch Hu. Please rise. And as we notice the change in time of day, the change in the seasons, we realize what's constant in our lives, being touched by Torah, having a community to surround us, being able to celebrate a connection with the divine, a way in which we listen more closely to ourselves, to each other, to God. Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Please be seated. Yahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shiftecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha u'chtam tam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti atchem מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני Adonai Elohechem. Amet. We invite Mark Willage to come to the bima now with another special reading before our Micha Mocha. If you want to already find the page to which you'll turn for the Micha Mocha, page 158.
Empty Nest by Angela Hoffman. It makes more sense to me now, after watching the 3 baby robins nesting above my patio, than it did as I watched my own 2 grow and leave. So much activity, open mouths, constant comings and goings, calls from parents announcing their arrival. Whoever got their head raised up the highest got the worm. As they grew, squabbles for the top of the nest ensued. Daily messes of scattered nesting material showed up below. Then one morning, nothing. An empty nest. At most, it seemed that life consisted of routines, messiness, survival. The void after, a sure sign it was so much more.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mark. And in this, on this Shabbat where we get ready for the greatest story of our people, the Exodus from Egypt, we're reminded each and every time we come together like this in the evenings and the mornings on this Shabbat, we recognize our redemption. Oh my gosh, no, are you sure? I put it over here just to, okay. Micha Mocha. With a timbrel in her hand, everybody. This is more our speed. The more our speed on page 162, our Hashkivenu, our lullaby, our Jewish lullaby, tonight sung with our 2 cantors, our cantor emerita, our current cantor, on page 162.
Yes, no?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I remember
Is
this
it all
one.
coming back to you now?
It's, you know, the wheels turn much more
I know,
slowly than
I know.
they used
You
to.
were giving me cantorial looks that were familiar to me. I know.
Yes, okay. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Vehamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim Lechaim Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom Vehamidenu Shomreinu Lechaim Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha v'taknenu taknenu b'tzah tova milfanecha והושיענו למען שמך והגן בעדינו ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך.
And Roberta Saper, if you would, come to the bima.
Warning by Jenny Joseph. When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me. And I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals and say, "We've no money for butter." I shall sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples in shops and press alarm bells and run my stick along the public railings and make up for the sobriety of my youth. I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick flowers in other people's gardens and learn to spit. You can wear terrible shirts and grow more fat and eat 3 pounds of sausages at a go, or only bread and pickles for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beer mats and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry and pay our rent and not swear in the street and set a good example for the children. We must have friends to dinner and read the papers.
Thank you so much. Page 164, please rise.
Sifatai tiftah, ufi agi tehilatecha, Adonai, sifatai tiftah, ufi agi tehilatecha, Adonai, sifatai tiftah, ufi agi tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, L'Ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach Mageh, Baruch atah Adonai, Magid Abraham Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach Umorid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Ravim, Somech Noflim Verofech Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishene Afar, Michamocha Bal Givurot, Umido Melach, Melech Meimit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'nemanat al hachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, Ukdoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el hakadosh.
An invitation to silent prayer by Mary Oliver. The mosquito is so small, it takes almost nothing to ruin it. Each leaf the same, and the black ant hurrying, so many lives, so many fortunes. Every morning I walk softly and with forward glances down to the ponds and through the pine woods. Mushrooms even have but a brief hour before the slug creeps to the feast, before the pine needles hustle down under the bundles of harsh, beneficent rain. How many, how many, how many make up a world? And then I think of that old idea, the singular and the eternal. One cup in which everything is swirled back to the color of the sea and the sky. Imagine it. Imagine how blue is the sea, how blue is the sky, how blue and tiny and redeemable everything is, even you, even your eyes, even your imagination. We continue now silently, and when you're finished with your personal reflection, please be seated. Brittany, would you please join us again on the bima as we pray for healing, as we think of those who are in pain, those people whom we love who are suffering, people across the globe who are in need of a healing that doesn't come just by a miraculous doctor, a miraculous cure, but happens with a deep sigh, an easy breath, a way in which just for some time there could be the feeling things might get a little better. Things might get a little easier. So if you have someone in your heart whom you are thinking of, who's in need of a little rest, a little renewal, a little more of themselves to be able to find the strength to continue, I invite you to share their name for our Misha Berach, our prayer for healing. Tonight we listen to these words with them in our hearts, praying for their healing.
Misha Berach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak, veYaakov. Misha Berach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Mishberach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzhak, veYaakov. Mishberach Imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, Rachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayer, hear our prayer.
Thank you, Brittany. I liked a little Eliana clap at the end of that. That was super sweet. So we now will make it easy on those of you who have a March birthday. You can just either stand where you are or just raise your hand and say, pick me, pick me. But this time, oh, except for Olivia's here. Oh, I mean, okay, fine. We just stand up where you are, or yeah, stand up where you are. Oh, I mean, we've got some amazing March birthdays. So I don't know if anybody else had an experience like I did today, but I saw just outside the window of where I have coffee every chance I get. I've been seeing all winter this little bare tree, and all of a sudden today I looked out at its branches and had just little tiny buds. So you have this incredible blessing already of having birthday in the spring where things blossom and we see that. So may you have another year of blossoming, of becoming, of being able to feel yourself growing in the ways in which you've been waiting to grow. May you feel the blessing of hope and faith, this feeling that, oh my gosh, this just might be the best year yet. And with that, we want to bless you and say to you, happy birthday.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehachianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
So if you would give these clergy a huge favor by just taking your arms and just giving yourself a huge hug. There are 3 more waiting for you at the One. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And now it's wonderful to call to the Bima. Jeremy Perlin, would you please, our wonderful executive director, whom we adore and love, who is soon, April 15th to be exact, we have that day with just a teardrop around it of when you are leaving us, but you are going to continue to bless a new community in Atlanta, the Temple. And also we're going to appreciate all the blessings that you have brought and continue to bring to Temple Sholom. By the way, these lights are your legacy, so yeah.
They're blinding.
Yes. Now you know what we go through. So if you would, share with us some words, and then we'll call your family up for blessing. We love you, Jeremy.
Love you. I'm used to being on the other side, not having to adjust all of this stuff. So I do want to start my remarks by clarifying that while this is officially my farewell Shabbat, I'll be hard at work for all of you for the next 4 weeks. This is truly a bittersweet moment and easily the most difficult decision I've had to make during my professional career. I'm going to be leaving an extraordinary and historic congregational community, a community that I absolutely love, for a similarly historic and extraordinary community that I know that I will come to love. It's been an honor to serve as your executive director. I've had the privilege of getting to know so many of you, forming friendships with so many of our members, working alongside and learning from an absolutely amazing clergy and staff team, wonderful musicians, great tech crew, and I've had the pleasure of partnering with our incredibly devoted lay leaders. For fear of leaving someone out and extending tonight's Shabbat service by another hour, I'm not going to go through a long list of individuals and families who are my friends forever, incredible partners and sources of amazing support and wisdom. But thank you all. I will, however, recognize one special group. Actually, two special groups, because tonight is IoT Shabbat. And I recall that my first Temple Sholom community event was with It's Our Turn, a wine tasting at Binny's Beverage Depot in February 2017. I thought, this is going to work out pretty well. But among the true joys of my job over the course of the past 6 years has been arriving at Temple Sholom every morning and being greeted by smiles, laughter, high fives. That was just from the cantor. Perhaps an occasional tear or two also from the cantor. No, of the youngest members of our community, the children of Gan Shalom. I will miss my Gan Shalom friends, as will our dog Chuck, who visits the children nearly every Thursday. The role of executive director entails long days and nights and weekends, and so I would be remiss if I didn't send a huge thank you to my family, my wife Susan, my sons Eli and Gabe. We have indelible memories here at Temple Sholom, including Gabe becoming a bar mitzvah and Eli participating in and graduating from Crown Family High School. I will absolutely miss being part of Temple Sholom's next chapter, but I am confident that all the hard work we've put in together has set the stage for an incredibly bright future. I'm appreciative for your faith in me and the many ways that this community has supported our entire team and me as executive director, especially as we navigated the pandemic together as a congregational family. While I will no longer be your executive director, I will forever consider Temple Sholom my congregational home here in Chicago, and it is my hope that whenever you're in Atlanta, you will say hello and that I might welcome you to a Shabbat service at the temple. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jeremy. And we'll invite Susan and Eli and Gabe to join you on the bima. We'll invite the community to please rise. And Cantor Katzman, why are you not with us here?
Hello.
I mean, I just have to say, I remember first meeting you. And we talked about vision, and we talked about what we could do here, and we talked about all the possibilities, and how wonderful that we've actually seen some of them to fruition. That really the most important thing that we've seen to fruition is establishing deep relationships here and making that the centerpiece of what we do. And meeting Gabe, what a memorable meeting, for being able for you to show that justice is at your center and that really feeding the hungry is where you want to be, not necessarily in a classroom. And for you, Eli, to get to know you through the senior seminar and just watch you shine and learn from you. You also have justice at your center. No surprise coming from your parents. And Susan, I used to say to Jeremy, I love you, Jeremy, but I'm in love with Susan. Susan, the way in which your heart beats justice, but not that kind of far-off justice that has a vision without actually rolling up sleeves. You realize that the way that we do this is looking out for one another, the person next to you, the person across the street, the person on the streets, and making sure that everyone you encounter feels loved, and then you teach us how to do this. This is how you and Jeremy have raised incredible human beings here. And this is how Jeremy has a model by which to say to a community, this is who you can be collectively. Jeremy, what an honor to work with you, to learn from you. And I'll say on this night of Shabbat Chodesh, this night in which we say, this new moon of Nisan, a moon of miracles is coming. We know that we are going to, while we watch you ride out in the moonlight, we're going to see that there are things in which you are about to behold all the goodness, all the blessings in your heart. We pray on this Shabbat that they come to fruition, and that the way in which you've blessed this community, you show them in Atlanta how to do that too. And that you go from strength to strength because you have left us in such a place of strength and gratitude and blessing. May you continue to see your work fulfilled, and may you do that alongside the very best family in the world. We love all of you, and Susan, I am in love with you. Please put your hands up in blessings with the Yivarechecha. Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. So just a word of advice. It'll feel less awkward if you put your arms around each other. May you continue to feel protected and blessed. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha.
May the light of holiness shine upon you on your whole journey, and may your journey be filled with love.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Shalom, shalom, shalom. May you feel yourselves lifted by a divine presence. May you feel the support of this community wherever you go. May you always feel this love of family, this appreciated and blessed. And may that bring you peace. Kein yehi ratzon, kein yehi ratzon. Doesn't really feel like Mazel Tov is right, so just, we love you. Please be seated.
Earlier this week, there was a holy day, a really special one like the days of May the 4th be with you and return of the 6th on May 6th. This holy day, though, was Pi Day. How many of you celebrated Pi Day? Great. I also celebrated Pi Day, but in my own special way because it was also my birthday. You see, as my wife and I left the house that morning, I found myself in my late 30s. And I got asked a surprisingly tough question at 7 a.m. as we were driving away with both kiddos in the car. Yair is yelling because he dropped his snack and we can't reach it from the front seat. Amitai, who's just 6 weeks old, is fussing for any number of reasons. And this morning it was tough because Amitai's really not sleeping well, and so we are tired. So, as my wife asked, how is it? How is it celebrating another year around the sun? I'm truly unsure. Each day is tough. It is full of difficult and beautifully holy moments. And I drop them off and I come here. And wow, I find this career that I absolutely love. There are moments that I'm like, I actually get paid for this? I mean, keep doing it, please. But it's still, I'm so happy that I woke up that day with an incredibly supportive partner that I get to go on this journey with. And I'm in love with our sons. One of them is just, eats, sleeps, poops, and whines about it. But the other one, Yair, he is so much fun. And I just love how excited he is about the world. So how does it feel? It feels like an exhausting and holy, beautiful mess. And it's perfect. It would be if I had a little bit more sleep, so it's like really close to perfect. But it reminded me in this week's Torah portion, we have other examples of people working really, really hard and who are seen in that way for their hard work. We meet Bezalel and Aholiab. They are two skilled artisans who are overseeing the building of the Mishkan, and they are working hard day by day, knowing what the fruits of their labor will bring, but right now they're in the weeds. They're building the Holy Tabernacle, which will be the home base for all of the holiest of rituals. And the Israelite people, they need these skilled artisans because they're working with the most beautiful of materials. Gold, silver, copper, purple, blue, and crimson yarns, fine linen, goat's hair, tanned ram skins, dolphin skins, acacia wood, oil for lighting, spices for anointing oil, and lapis lazuli. Oh wait, did you hear in the middle there the dolphin skins? Yeah. By the way, just as a plug, tomorrow morning, come join us for Torah study. We're going to dive deep into all of this about the dolphin skins. But back to the artisans. Bezalel, the lead artisan, has a curious name. His name means in the shadow of God. Bezalel is the most capable and bright artisan that they have, yet his name is synonymous with darkness. I actually wondered, is he appreciated for the work that he is doing? Is he appreciated for every piece of gold that is crafted, every nut and bolt that is put together? He is described in the text by saying, God endowed him with skill and ability to expertly perform all the tasks connected with the service of the sanctuary. So we know he has great gifts bestowed upon him by God, but that doesn't answer the question, is he appreciated in this moment? All of those materials that were brought by the community, I wonder how people felt giving those. We're told in the text that they brought their gifts. But I can only imagine there must have been some who were like, ugh, Bezalel, here's my finest gold, my most beautiful linen. Here's, like, they're in the middle of the desert. These are things they've been lugging with them since they left Egypt. Bezalel is taking up the role of, I think as the Beatles put it, I'm the tax man. Let me know how it will, let me tell you how it'll be. There's 1 for you, 19 for me. So maybe it's not until the Mishkan is fully built, it has grown up, if you will. The Mishkan is fully built, and maybe at this point is he appreciated for his work? Maybe now he gets to relax. Assumedly he goes to the spa, gets a massage, gets to focus on himself. But what about when Bezalel is no longer the spry young man who could lift the large gold menorah? Does he still have use in this ancient Israelite society? He might be retired from chief artisan. He might have grown kids by now. And so now what? After the Mishkan is built, we don't hear about Bezalel again in Torah. He's created the single most important set of ritual items and all that will house those ritual items. Yet, he falls into oblivion. It seems to me that society back then and society today fails to fully appreciate those who are aging gracefully. In an article by Ingrid Fettel-Lee, she writes, the dominant discourse on aging, especially when it comes to women, revolves around aging gracefully. This generally involves looking at least 3 to 5 years younger than you actually are, while not appearing to do anything to get that way. As she continues, it also means you need to act your age. The beauty of IoT, It's Our Turn, Temple Sholom's Never Nesters and Empty Nesters over 55, is that the aging expectation to act your age, that's taken very differently here. I recall my first month at Temple Sholom, just like Jeremy did. Mine was almost 6 years ago when I visited with IoT, and they were, and continue to be, an exciting and an unexpectedly lively group. IoT is one of the most successful groups and most social groups here at Temple Sholom. And I believe that's because of the way that they are celebrated for aging gracefully, with that love and support from Temple Sholom, as well as those who are so excited to be in that stage of their lives. I've got a few more years till I can enjoy IoT, but I cannot wait. I know everyone says enjoy every moment with your kids because they grow up fast. But can I also dream of being an empty nester and hanging out with some of the best people I know? I truly think, and I truly hope, that I can have it both ways. Shabbat Shalom. And now I get to invite up to share about IoT, Jackie Lustig, one of our incredible IoT leaders. Oh, okay. Well, I get to invite up Jackie. No, Jackie, come on up. Come on up. Because after you speak, Cantor is a...
There's going to be dead silence.
Yeah.
Dead silence.
Yeah. I'll go with that. Sorry, I missed you.
So, one of the advantages to getting up pretty last is that I get to comment on what other people have said. First of all, there is no snow on this rooftop, and there probably never will be. Second of all, no one has ever accused me of being graceful, let alone aging gracefully. So, Since 2015, IoT has been Temple Sholom's affinity group for 50-ish and above. In other words, you're self-identified. We really we welcome anybody. We're a very diverse group, and we do all sorts of things, activities. Some of our activities are religious, some are social, some are cultural, and we have several. I'm going to quickly run through this, because that's the other thing about being a late speaker is you all want to go home and eat. We have several things that we do annually. Obviously, service is one of them. We have a Hanukkah party, which we had last month. We have a Havdalah coming up on May 20th with the cantor, who I thought was over here. Yes, she's down there. It's a great evening. First, we do a Havdalah service, and then we have a little something to eat, because we're Jewish, we have to eat. Every year, we do a Millennium Park picnic, and actually, during the pandemic, we pivoted and made it a Millennium parking lot picnic and had it right out in the parking lot, helmed by the IoT co-chair, David Goodman, who's right there. David, raise a hand or something. There, well, that was it, a very small little hand. We have also had political discussions, museum tours, theater, bowling, trivia, movie group, a book and movie group, a virtual Oscar party, and as you heard Jeremy say, a wine tasting. He's probably not recovered from it, and that's why he's leaving. We would like you all to self-select and attend, and we also want your ideas. And the way you can connect with us, if you do not already get emails from the phenomenal Toby Sanders, who I think is back. Toby, is that you? Again, a small little wave. So if you would like to be added to our email, just let anybody at the temple know, let me know, let David, small wave, or Toby, other small wave, know. Thank you all, and we hope to see you at the Onex.
Thank you, Jackie, for all you do.
And soon you'll be
We have a few quick announcements of exciting things coming up at Temple Sholom. Our first is that this Sunday we have a very exciting guest scholar, and that is Efrat Bloom, who will be discussing with us stories by Edgar Keret. So that's this Sunday at 9:30 online. And then right after that at 10:45, another guest scholar, Grace Kessler Overbeek, will be leading us in a discussion on Yiddish, or teaching us about Yiddish influence on Jewish American comedy. So that one sounds wonderful. And then you're all, at least everyone who lives in this ward, in the 46th ward, and others as well. We invite you all to our 46th Ward Aldermanic Candidate Forum. For the runoff in this ward, we are having the two who are running off, Angela Clay and Kim Waltz, who we all need to vote for our alderman if we have a runoff, but also we all get to vote for the runoff for our mayor. But here Rabbi Conover is going to lead them in questions about their vision for Chicago. Finally,
Online only. Online only.
Oh, it's like the voice of God. Yeah. Online only if you'd like to come? Okay, it's online only. Yeah. We, on Wednesday evening, we have an opportunity again for Israel 101 with Rabbi Singer, who is off with Makom, our 20s, 30s group. And that is online or in person. And then finally, on next Friday night, we have a really special Shabbat. Every synagogue in the Lakeview area from Sinai and Mishkan and Anshe Emet, Anshe Sholom, and Emmanuel Congregation are all hosting a program all together. We're all honoring a weekend together and focusing on our topic, let's talk about it, suicide in the Jewish community. So next week we have a special speaker, Rabbi Offit, who is going to be on this bima speaking about things that we don't often speak about. And so I invite you all to be here for this really special Shabbat. And there are so many other options for that whole weekend as well, including for my clergy who are here, a special clergy session on that as well. And so there's so much going on, but also you can always find all that information on your way out. There's a QR code on little cards. Find all that information for our friends joining from Zoom. The link's in the chat to it all. We're going to turn back in our Sidurim to page 586 as we rise for Aleinu L'Shabeach.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Turn to page 598 and prepare for the words of the mourner's Kaddish, our prayer honoring those who have passed away from this earth. On this Shabbat, our Temple Sholom family is thinking about those who have passed away in the last 30 days. Barbara Dearborn Greenwood, Warren Brand, and Ethan Vinograd. And those whose yard sites are observed in this week, Adele Asher, Candy Brem, Anne Fern Washam Buford, Mary Cohen, Marvin Kavinsky, Seymour Kraskow, Avraham Darshan, Rose Davis, Emma Epshetsky, Mo Fierstein, Helen Flayton, Dina Fluxgold, Shelley Frankel Clayton, Mildred Fuhrer, Philip J. Green, Kenneth Greenbaum, Cheryl Greenfield, Adele Gross, Irving Hirsch, Adeline Levinson Horowitz, Joseph Horwich, Franny Jacobson, Esther Janis, Donald Kaplan, Samuel C. Klein, Eric Lederer, Celia Levin, Samuel S. Levin, Bennett Levy, Leonard Malmud, Joseph Mann, Alfred J. Marks Jr., Margaret Sue Metters, Julius H. Miner, Jack Oskin, Lauren Racklin, Lawrence Rockman, Marion Rokach, Joseph Rosen, Beverly Rosenberg, Amy Kraus Rosenthal, Ruth Rubin, Betty Rubin, Marie Saltz, Jerry Sheffer, Hyman Soborov, Herbert N. Stein, Herbert Stein, Hope Teller Schwab, and Rick Vernier. If we have names to add to our list of memory, I invite you to share them aloud.
Ellen Vinograd, Ethan Vinograd.
It's for them and because of them, on page 598, we together extol God's name.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, וילמד יברח יראה וימליך מלכותי,
בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו. אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא. ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקדושה. לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה. תשבחתה ונחמתה. ואמירן בעלמה ואמרו. יהי שלום הרב אמין שמיה. וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו. אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו. ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל אמרו. אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו. ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו. אמרו. Amen. We may be seated.
You are minutes away from eating. But I want you to know something about me as a cantor, and the rabbis would tell you this. I'm the first one to cut something. I'm the first one to say, let's just get out of here. I don't need to do another song. But tonight, I have to. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Tonight, I'm Cantor McDevitt, and I'm celebrating my father's beloved heritage, a little bit of County Kerry, Ireland. And so would you turn to page 625 and indulge me even though it's late, and I know you have reservations somewhere, but I don't care, guys. I don't care. It's the Irish, it's the fighting Irish. Adon Olam Hashem Ata B'terem kol Yetzir Nivra Miyet Nasa V'chelev Tochot Azai Melech Shemo Yikra I love you, Jeremy, and I love the Irish.
We get to
And I love you, Cantor Katzman, and I love you, Brittany and Ellie and Shabbat Shalom, and Sam, get some rest.
We get to celebrate each and every one of us and Shabbat all together. We're going to join for Oneg in Bettyport Hall. And if we are here for IoT, for It's Our Turn, those we're going to join in Lakeshore Lobby, and the rest of us will head around
very
to Betty
big
Ford
thank
Hall.
you
Shabbat Shalom.
to the Lake and Star family. Thank you for the Oneg Walsh family. Thank you for a beautiful Oneg. Shabbat Shalom, Mazel Tov.